and hiding in the Ecuadorian embassy for the past, what, 7 years?
Something like that.
A long time.
So is he friends with Snowden?
Snowden doesn't like the fact that he got arrested.
Did he get arrested? I thought he ran away.
Who's Snowden? Snowden's okay. I think he's fine.
Is he in jail?
No. I don't think he's in jail.
I thought he ran away to like Russia or something.
He's somewhere. I don't know where he's at. Fuck him anyways too.
Why?
He just he had good intentions, but you see those guys you just want to smack. He looks like that guy.
Yeah, but he's the one that told you guys that the government is spying on you.
I never said that. But he just looks like a guy like fuck you. He's the guy who will do the right thing, but he's the biggest asshole about it. That's when when I see his picture with the glasses and the hair. I'm just like you.
He just looks like a white guy.
Yeah, you're a fucking. It's just I hate white people because they're fucking racist.
Oh, this is a little awkward.
Is it? No. Not all white people are racist, but there's a good majority who know they are and they take full advantage of that shit. And he looks like one of them.
I always thought he was a hero for Americans, but maybe I'm wrong.
I did love the memes from when Assange got arrested, because Ben Kingsley's son tweeted out that he looks like there's a picture of Assange getting arrested, and he looked like Ben Kingsley in Iron Man 3. It's so fucking funny.
Alright, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to the Charge Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around, talk about the things going on in their lives and the games they've been playing. Today I have with me Justin.
Oh, hi.
Hi. And Ben.
I am pleased to announce that I will be an Epic Store exclusive.
Good, you can stay there.
I didn't want to play you anyway.
Alright. Shots fired.
Story of my life.
So yeah, today we are going to start with Justin.
You mean every week we're going to start with Justin? Yeah. So I'm kind of low energy. I'm like weirdly tired today. But I'll do my best to get through this. Make it sound like I don't want to be here. I do. I just mean like energy wise, I'll do my best to get through this.
It's okay.
Yeah. A good like low energy ASMR podcast. I've done that joke before. I'm not going to do it this time, but that's not the point. Anyway, I wanted to start off by sharing a little hot take that I want on the record. I think that there will be, and you can clip this out, when it happens on like timestamp it or whatever. Notice I said when. It's probably not. I think that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct on April 25th. And here's why. Just a quick little TED Talk. So there's actually two reasons, and they're both tied to Atlas. One is that they said, like a few weeks ago, like after that Atlas event that announced the Persona 5 Royal or whatever.
The announcement of the announcement?
Yeah. That they would have more information on April 25th about other things coming out, in that universe or whatever. And with the stuff that came out about P5S and all that, like the Best Buy system leak, I think that they will be announcing the Switch version of Persona 5 on April 25th, which is Thursday.
Saw it coming.
So the fact that they said April 25th,
Wow.
and that's a Thursday, makes me think that that's a Nintendo Direct day. Aside from that, we know that we're getting the 3.0 edition of Smash Bros. with
Joker.
Yeah, with Joker from Persona 5. That's how it's another Atlas thing. Before the end of April. So if they're already making Persona announcements on that April 25th Direct, it would make sense to also announce Joker with and he's available after this presentation.
Yeah.
Like they like to do. So that all kind of ties together to make me think that that's what we're getting. Plus, we'll go over in the news that there was a leak of one of the new features from this the 3.0 Smash update. And so if they're readying those ads and everything, like, it's coming soon. And I doubt they would just drop that information. They're going to put it in a Direct.
I thought they said, or I saw something somewhere where they're gonna have a direct about Splatoon and ARMS.
Wow. Oh honey. That was a direct from 2017.
Was it? Oh, okay. I don't know. I just saw it on my timeline. I don't.
They haven't updated ARMS in so long.
Oh, can you blame them?
No, I can't. But
it's a good game.
Yeah,
no one plays it.
It's a good game that no one plays.
In 2017, we're not gonna get. Or sorry, in 2019, we're not gonna get a direct about ARMS and Splatoon 2. Come on. But yeah, so I just wanted to put that out into the world. You can quote me on it or laugh at me when it doesn't happen, but we'll see. As far as like what I've been doing, what I've been playing, all that jazz, I have been doing a little bit more work in our basement, like getting my new studio office space ready. It's going to be a while still, probably a few months, but it's kind of fun to go down there and tear things apart every now and then. And I was taking out all of the old wood paneling. I had taken out 3 of the walls. 2 are just like normal interior walls. And then 2 I knew were exterior walls because it's right below our bedroom, which is also 2 exterior walls. So it's that like, stone, like masonry, whatever. So I took the one wall down. I was like, oh yeah, right. This is an exterior wall. I forgot. So like the framing for it is kind of crappy. Like the bottom wood piece was like snapped in half. So it was really hard to get the boards off because it wasn't connected very well to the bottom baseboard. I've got some work to do there. But the final wall I had left alone because it has the electrical box. There's a window. Like it just seemed like it was more work than it's worth when I could just like build the wall out from there and then kind of help hide the electrical box a little bit more. Because it was put like on, like over the wood paneling. So it just sticks out like, 2-3 inches, whatever, that an electrical box sticks out. So I was like, if I just build my frame out from there, then it'll like make it flush to the new drywall. But I came to terms with the fact that like I could just insulate it more if I just rip out the wood paneling and then put up like thicker wall to still go out past the electrical box. So I started ripping that out last weekend, and I guess I'm glad I did. I found a pretty substantial foundation crack underneath that window on that wall that upset me, I'll admit. But like the basement's dry. Like it's not like, it's flooding everything, whatever. I would have known. It's the wall that the electrical box is on.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But it's still like they probably had this wood paneling up for 40 years or so. Jeez. So the crack probably formed like during that time. So they didn't know it was there because the paneling was up the whole time. It doesn't go to outside, it looks like. I walked around like where that window is from the outside, and like part of it's underground, so you can't tell. But there's like kind of some little like cracking in the foundation out there, but it's not like the crack goes through. You know what I mean? It's like in those skin commercials on TV where you can like they zoom in on the skin and you can kind of see how dry it is.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but on the wall. It's not like cracked through or anything.
Okay.
So I got one of those like sealing kits where you like, put paste all along the wall and then like inject stuff into the seam. So I've got to do that this weekend. I can get that all sealed up before I can do anything else in that room. But man, I'm glad I found that before it got worse, because that would have been really bad when I get my office set up and all my electronics and stuff down there. So yeah, that was a big part of my weekend. And then throughout the week, I've pretty much just been continuing my trend of Pokemon and Borderlands, alternating between the two. Me and Thomas have been playing a lot of Borderlands together. We're up to like, I got to level 18 today. Where are you?
I think like
there?
17, something like that.
Okay. So yeah, we're about to head to Sledge, which I think is about the furthest I've ever gotten in the game. So we're like, we're in the end game now, as they say, in whatever that movie is. I think so.
No way.
It's like, it's like at least the halfway point, if not more. Because I think like you get like the level
cap is 20, right? It's 20, right? No?
The level cap is higher, but it might only be with the DLC that it goes higher. I'm not sure.
That seems very wrong to me for some reason. It feels like that's such a short game.
It's not long as far as from what I remember, it's not a super long game. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited because I've never gotten this far. But my Pokemon story this week, I had posted a picture on Twitter because it was so absurd looking. But I got to the Ghost Gym, which I remember liking as a kid. But looking back now, I think about it, and there's really only 3 Ghost Pokemon: Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar.
Mischievous is in that game, but you don't get it till way later.
Okay, I forgot that's one that was added. But
it's in Mount Silver.
Yeah, fair. But you're 2 gyms in, and they were trying to mix up the gyms, so it's not just the same types in the gyms again. The first gym, flying, I get that. Normal, makes sense. And then you do, or is it Ghost next, or is that the 4th?
I think it's flying. Then it's either Bug or Ghost or Ghost and Bug.
Yeah, it's flying, normal, Bug, and then Ghost.
No, normal's. Oh fuck, Whitney. Yeah, I hate Whitney so fucking.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Freaking Miltank.
Roll out, dude. Roll out.
So I got to the Ghost Gym and I was like, man, I just keep fighting Ghastly over and over again. This, I think about it now, and there's not a lot of Ghost types, but they've added a ton more in the last probably 3 gens. But really, 1 and 2 are kind of pathetic as far as Ghosts and Dragons.
How in the remakes, I haven't gotten far in my Soul Silver playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've added more Ghost Pokemon between Gens 3 and 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
It's weird to me how in base, when you're starting out, they don't have... I wish they would have had some Gen 4 Pokemon right out of the gate instead of making you wait post-game for that shit.
I don't know. When it's remakes, I get not wanting that, but I wish they would have done it the Let's Go, which I don't give that game a lot of credit. But I do give it credit for being able to trade out the Alolan Pokemon. And I wish they did things like that, where it's you could basically trade the equivalent 4th gen Pokemon at certain points. So it's do you want to trade your Ghastly for a Dusclops or things like that. But anyway, I got to the gym leader and pretty easily got through the Ghastly and the Haunter, and then he sent out his Gengar that just kept shadow balling everything. So the first time I went through, he just wrecked everyone. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm done. That's fine, whatever. And I got back in full health and everything. And he's still the only thing I really had that worked against him was Ghastly. And Ghost versus Ghost isn't that great.
Well, they're Ghost Poison too, so.
Right, true. But I never remember what's good against Poison. So
Psychic.
Okay.
You don't have access to a Psychic Pokemon that early.
Yeah, you do. There's not to. I never ran into him.
I don't realize you could get them that early.
Mm-hmm. Huh. It's in the Unone area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember when I played this game before, I got so much variety, and this time I just keep running into the same Rattatas and Pidgeys. I don't know why. I've been getting really bad RNG this whole game. It's I'll go around in the grass for a while, and I just get tired of running into Rattata and Pidgey, so I just move on. There's so many Pokemon that I've missed because I just get tired of grinding. But anyway, I need to go back and get a Natu. But at this point, I had left the Togepi that hatches in my party. I hadn't touched it. It was still level 1. I literally hadn't found a 6th Pokemon that I wanted to use in my team. So I just left the Togepi. I was like, whatever, I don't care. So Gengar wrecked all of my Pokemon. And so I had to send out this level 1 Togepi. But because he's normal type, none of Gengar's moves worked except Hypnosis. So he would put my Togepi to sleep and then just keep spamming attacks that had no effect. And then Togepi would wake up, use some super weak psychic attack because he's level 1, slowly whittle away at Gengar's health, and then get put to sleep again. Nothing. And this went on for probably 5 minutes. I was just I'm just gonna grind this guy down.
Wow.
With this level 1 Togepi versus a level 25 Gengar. After he killed everyone else. So finally, he ran out of moves. Yeah, exactly. Finally, he ran out of moves. And I had kind of started to use Togepi to heal some of the others because I knew I had time. He ran out of moves and used Struggle, and of course killed Togepi in one hit. So then I could switch over to literally anyone else and just wreck Shot because he didn't have a Shadow Ball anymore. It was like the cheapest gym victory ever, but I loved it. It was really fun.
That's
I killed a Gengar with a level 1 Togepi.
Fuck you ghost piece of shit.
Right? But yeah. So I'm still enjoying that game, but I wish the grind was a little bit better. And I think part of it's because I pretty much only play at night. And some of the Pokemon don't show up at night.
Why don't you change your time clock?
Because I don't think about it. Like it's an emulator, so it just goes off.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Right. I don't know how to change it.
Oh okay. Yeah. I just go to the 3DS mini screen and change it like that, and it does it for me.
Well, I mean that's cool, but my 3DS battery lasts like an hour, so I'd rather play it on the computer where it's at 320p or 720p. Sorry.
320.
Yeah, 320 is the 3DS. Pretty much. But honestly, that's pretty much it for me. I kind of wanted to play some Mortal Kombat after we watched the movie last night, but I didn't really know which one I wanted to play, so I just played more Pokemon instead.
Yep.
Because I was trying to like capture the essence of the movie, but I didn't want to go back to the original game because it's not really that fun to go back to.
They're all bad except for Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy.
Yeah, exactly. Of the 2D games, at least.
Yeah.
Well, do you have Mortal Kombat X on PC? Because I have that.
No. I have it on PS4. And I don't really like playing my PS4 anymore, so I didn't feel like jumping into that. Like, I reinstalled it to get some footage from it for a video that I probably am not going to do now. I might. I don't know. I was thinking about turning it into, like, a Mortal Kombat retrospective video, but then I'd have to get, like, a lot more... Like, I'd have to do a lot more in-depth research and stuff on the history of the lore and all that,
yeah.
Instead of just, like, the footage I already have from 2 games that I was going to compare. So... Is it worth it?
My my YouTube started giving me videos about Mortal Kombat lore. I blame you.
There's some cool stuff. If you like, there's some people who work into that, and I love those videos. I fell asleep to the history of Castlevania timeline once, and that was so awesome. Lords of Shadow is fucked up, by the way.
That'd be a creepy thing to fall asleep to.
Yeah, it was fine. I saw it. Once you see it, you kind of like.
He's a goth boy. He loves his
yeah,
gothic horror.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's kind of it.
All right, Ben, what have you been up to?
Well, I saw not Captain Marvel. I did see that, but I saw Shazam.
You watched Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I watched Captain Marvel. Yeah, I didn't. By the way, I'm proud of myself for not like to use Captain Marvel. Like, fuck you, it doesn't matter. Shazam.
One of my managers at work does that. He's like, I can't watch this new Captain Marvel movie because she's not Captain Marvel to me. There's only one Captain Marvel. He's a DC guy.
Oh, fuck him. Your coworker sounds like an asshole. Sorry, but like fuck. Buddy,
okay, to be fair, he's like 60 and grew up with DC. Yeah, so like he knew Captain Marvel before Captain Marvel was a thing.
Fucking eat shit, old man. Anyways,
as someone who is not into the comic book scene like you guys, I've never heard of this shit before, so
it's stupid. It's all legal and stupid shit. But anyways, it's really fun. I'm not really a huge Shazam guy. Like, he was always a character that would show up, and I always like yelling Shazam because that's super cool. You say that magic word and you become Earth's mightiest mortal, which I wish they would use that in the movie, but they don't. That's fine. You know, you can have your goals and you want. But, like, it's totally charming. It reminded me of, like, a movie from, like, the early 2000s, but, like, in a good way. You know, like, it would stand
He's got a lot of other names in the movie.
Yeah, there's other names, too.
That's why I didn't watch that.
It's so much fun. Like, I laughed, I got a little teary-eyed, and I cheered. Like,
It's got a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of horror, a little bit of fun, lightheartedness, action.
It's a perfect... It's a Christmas movie, because it takes place during Christmas time. And it's about family. Like, come on.
It is about family.
Yeah, it's all about family. But there was a moment where I almost popped out of my chair and started yelling because of a certain moment that happens. near the end of the movie, which I didn't expect. So I was like, "Oh shit!"
Which we are not going to talk about.
No, I'm not going to say what it is, but there's something cool that happens that you don't expect happening, even if you. But go see it. It's fun.
I was briefly considering seeing that tomorrow instead of Hellboy.
Go see
Shazam.
Yeah, don't see Hellboy. That movie looks bad.
It'll be there next week.
Okay, but next week is Easter, so I probably won't see anything. But no, like I wanted to see Shazam last week and didn't get a chance to. And like I was really excited for Hellboy, and now all the critic reviews have been coming out, and it has like a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
But critics are awful, and I've been waiting for their viewer reviews to come out because it sounds like a lot of people are just like, "This isn't Guillermo's, bad." So like I want viewers to review it, and I can see if I actually care. But I'll make the decision tomorrow.
I saw it. It there's some cool visual stuff in it, but it does. I don't know. It to me just looks like a rental, like a Netflix thing, or whatever streaming service it happens to get the license for it. But yeah, go see Captain Marvel. Don't fucking see Hellboy. Just don't. Buy it on Blu-ray and make it a cult hit. And that way they make a sequel that way, like the original Hellboy was. Best for games. I'm in the end game for Tales of Vesparia. At least I think I am. No spoilers, but there's definitely some twists and turns and emotional knots and some reveals I didn't expect. It's a fun game. It's a really fun game. It's definitely making me interested in the other Tales of games. So hopefully this game is selling well on Switch, so that way Bandai Namco will be like, "Hey, let's put Tales of the Abyss and Tales of Symphonia and Tales of Neverland and Tales of Zaturnia." That's a thing, right? Yeah, Xterra or Tales of Nissan Altima. I don't fucking know. That's a thing, right? Yeah, more Tales games, or maybe the next whatever new Tales game is coming out, they'll put it on Switch as well. Because it's definitely cool. It's a nice change of pace to what I'm used to, even from like Xenoblade, which is almost the same thing, but this one's a lot more stiff, but that's fine. I started up Omensight Definitive Edition on my Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bought it because it was on PC early last year. I missed it because there's just so many fucking games that come out. And I saw it on the Switch eShop, and I saw the premise where basically you play as this character, this harbinger who's trying to prevent the apocalypse, and the apocalypse is caused by this godless priestess, which I love that fucking moniker. You basically the gameplay is hack and slash like Bayonetta or God of War, where it's like you get your light attacks, you get your heavy attacks, you get your special moves that you get as you level up. But the core of the narrative is you're basically a detective, and you're trying to figure out who would kill this priestess and why would they trigger the end of the world. Because the game starts with you basically where this dragon thing is basically...
It's like a Groundhog Day movie.
Yeah, it's a game. Well, it's not, in a sense, it is and it isn't, because you're not reliving the same moment. You get to go back in time.
Yeah, but it's got the same kind of concept. Like, you do it over and over and over again.
Well, as you meet more characters, you can go different paths and presumably go back to other paths to try to find more clues. But here's the thing, because I don't know how it runs on PC, this might be the worst game I've seen run on the Switch. Like,
it doesn't play well on PS4 either. I got a code for that last year.
It's not just a Switch thing, because I played it on handheld. It's so low res, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, and the load times are so bad. I have not seen load times this bad in quite some time. It's on the menu screen, and the frame rate just tanks. It just tanks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, is this a Switch thing? Why didn't you guys optimize this?
I could have warned you about that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I think but the thing is, I'm gonna be a dumbass, and I'm gonna keep playing because I want to solve this murder. I want to see where it goes.
The conceit is pretty cool. I'll give it that. Yeah, but playing the actual game is not enjoyable.
Yeah, because I like the idea that you talk to these people, and you get these green text boxes to give you clues, and you can use those clues. Like, well, you play detective, and you can play it where, where the story will tell you where to go, or you can play as the mode calls it True Detective, where you have to figure it out. And I'm like, let's do that. Let's try to be somewhat smart and figure out who all the motivations and that's why I like playing Phoenix Wright games where you get a case and it's up to you to bust that person in court, and there's no better satisfaction than that. So I just hope I can get through the gameplay, because it's not very long. Levels aren't long. At least the first level I played wasn't long. I hope they don't get longer as I progress. But yeah, I'm gonna try playing it on docked. Maybe it looks better, and maybe it's just an issue with it, like on handheld for some reason. But if it runs better on docked, maybe I'll just play exclusively docked. Besides that, I started a Valkyria Chronicles on my Switch too, because I need to start another long running RPG apparently. Because I got it on sale and it was like $11 and I wanted to play this one for a while. Basically, it's like a alternative take on World War II. Like, it's clearly World War II, where you're part of these fake European countries, and like you're in the middle of a war, and it's kind of cool because it's like a little bit like say Fire Emblem, where you get like an overview map and you can move your units here and here and here, but then it'll go into like an XCOM type mode where when you move your actual individual units, you can actually move them, and you have like a meter that tells you how far you can move, and you can position them, and I can't wait to like get more units and more troops and to see like how that works, because that tells me that's going to be really exciting to command basically these entire platoons of people. Okay, snipers go here, tanks form a line here, musket man mount here, and it has like, I love war movies, like old war movies like Civil War and the Revolutionary War stuff where you have the drums and it has all that. So yeah, it's glorifying war, but fuck it, it's an anime, I don't care. I want to play more, and so far the levels don't seem too bad. I'm just in the tutorial stage, but I like what I see. It's well voice acted. It's a little bit weird because it's definitely story heavy, because instead of like you getting like long cut, like you don't get an overworld, you basically open up a book, and I like the aesthetic where like you open up a book, it's a chapter, and each screen is sort of like a page or something, and that's how you progress the story a little by little, and you get these little cutscenes, and then finally at the end of that particular chapter, you'll get the battle scenario. So yeah, it's pretty good so far, and the game already implies that it's just not going to be about like bloodshed and what is war, but like you're definitely going to get some anime titty in this. So I'm like, yeah, let's do this. But I'm interested. I love the aesthetic. Like, I loved how it's like steampunky a little bit. I love the uniforms. I love the enemy designs, and I can't wait to see how crazy it gets. Because I actually know some of these characters from Project Cross Zone, where 4 characters actually are guest stars in there, and that's what made me want to play Valkyria, play this game. So it's not the same characters, but the same idea. Yeah, but so far I like it. It's so far so good. But that's about it for me. It's really been light, just because I'm just playing too many RPGs. No Street Fighter V, just because I've been sick, and I really don't feel like I'm up to my game to play any kind of fighting games. So, I think that's... Oh! I did play a fighting game. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Yeah, that's a game. Don't buy it if you're not a Power Rangers fan. But I bought it because it was $20, and I said, fuck it, why not? And it's nuts. It definitely plays like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 if you let it. It can get pretty crazy. But it's only 9 public characters now. They're actually adding 3 more characters for free, I think, which is pretty cool. And then there's like the DLC season pass characters, which they've already announced, I think. So, but I like it. I kind of bought it because, like, well, I'm going to put this $20 down as an investment and hope you fuckers actually update it. And they just updated it today, where there was a glitch in the first sort of salvo for this game where you actually couldn't block low. online for some reason. So guess what I did? Because I don't know how to do like crazy Marvel style combos where like you're attack, tag in, do special move, attack. Like you can't. I don't know how to do that. I don't have the dexterity for that. So I do when I play games like these, I do what I call fake mix-ups, in which I try to throw as much bullshit at you as I can to make you think to do this, but in reality, it's all made up. It's just throwing whatever at the screen, and I would always go low because I knew you can't block low even if you're blocking low. Oh, it's great. But it's patched out officially, so you can block no now. It's safe to come out, guys. Yeah, the roster is actually pretty cool too, even though it's 9 characters, because you would think it would just be like the original Mighty Morphin with maybe one of the characters, but it's like Tommy the Green Ranger, Jason Red Ranger. They're the two like original ones, and there's like a Speed Force one, not a Speed Force, but like a Speed something. There's a Pirate one. There's like this Dark Souls looking dude who has like this weird helmet. Goldar's a playable character.
Is there a Megazord?
Yeah, and then there's like a Black Ranger Sentry. It's not the actual Black Ranger. It's like a Sentry unit. So he has like all these pouches, and he's a projectile character. So yeah, it's fun. It's $20. You just know what you're getting into. You just know you're gonna get bodied online if you. That's all you gotta be fair about. But apparently there's a story mode coming and all that good stuff. So
the game didn't ship with a story mode.
Oh, Street Fighter V did that. So
I was gonna say, where did I hear that before?
Yeah, but Street Fighter V is not the example to aspire to.
Street Fighter V was like $60.
Budget title. It's $20. It's gonna come later for free. Fuck it. You're not gonna play a Power Rangers fighting game for the story mode.
Sounds like you're not going to be playing a Power Rangers fighting game much at all if it doesn't have a story mode.
You play online and you do crazy mix-ups online. That's the purpose of it. Actually, the online is great. Like, you would think, like, with it being a budget title, you could tell where the money went into. And it runs, for the most part, really great. I mean, no matter how good a fighting game netcode is, you can't fix bad internet. But when I played on the Switch, it runs really well. It runs better than Smash at some points, which is kind of astounds me. But yeah, it's fine. It's for $20. Go live your nostalgia. Just wish the music was better. That's enough. I'm gonna not talk anymore.
Mike from our chat says that 3 of them are from the Shattered Grid comics. So.
Oh yeah, there's like the Lord Dragon guy. I don't know. He looks like evil Green Ranger Tommy or something, some shit like that.
I was gonna ask, how many Tommies are there?
Just check. I actually don't know if Lord Drakon or whatever his name is a Tommy clone or not. Or I think he's like I don't know. Oh, you also get to summon Megazords. You get the dragon and the OG Megazord. They're basically like the Infinity Stones in MVCI, where if you can summon them by pressing L and R when they're ready, and you press like a certain button, and like say the Dragon Zord will do its tail attack or it'll launch missiles. It's great. There's no better satisfaction on this game is when you're doing a combo and then like cancel that into Tommy Super, because he'll stop doing the combo and do his do 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 like do motherfucker eat missiles. It's so great. It's Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers.
All right. So most of my week, I just been freaking out over my finger, and if you've been following me on Twitter, you know what happened. Did
Triple H get a hold of your finger?
I sliced my finger open. I had a razor blade. I had a razor in my backpack, and I forgot about it. It was just floating around in there, so I went into my backpack to grab something, and I sliced my finger open, and it just kept bleeding constantly. So I just wrapped that up, and then I went to the hospital later. They threw some glue on there, and they're like, "You'll be okay." So it looks like it's healing, so that's the good thing. But yeah, I've been worried that I needed to amputate my finger this whole time. Like, I hope that doesn't have to come to that, but looks like it doesn't. So for video games that I've been playing this week, I recently bought the Phoenix Wright Trilogy, speaking of Phoenix Wright earlier, and the reason I bought it is because I realized that they like redid the art for it, so it's like all like high res art, which is really nice. So like that's what I'm getting. That's what's like new that I'm getting out of this. Otherwise, it's just the 3 games again, which they're really good games.
These?
What?
Did you already play these?
Oh yeah, I played all the Phoenix Wright games.
Okay.
Nerd.
So, they're good games, especially when you get like into the court drama and like trying to figure shit out. Oh, so much fun.
And then you yell objection, and then they have the anime eyes staring at each other.
That's the best part of the 3DS version is that you can actually yell objection into the mic.
Yep.
And like I remember when I was playing the second game, there's a case involving a clown, and I caught him out on his bullshit, and it was like 10:30 at night. You know, nobody was on the bus except for me and the driver.
Oh no, you did it on the bus.
Objection! And like the driver was already stopping, and he looked at me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Oh my god!
But like and then I
got startled and crashed the bus into a group full of children. Yeah. That were out at 10:30 at night or something.
Good job, man.
But then I nailed. I got you, fucking bastard clown. Fuck you, you lying piece of shit.
Never trust a clown.
No, never. Fuck them. One of them is a demonic demon possessing being from another world.
And one of them is it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Phoenix Wright has been pretty good. And the other game I decided to get because I feel like. So I bought Final Fantasy IX on the PC. And I was like, but my PC gaming these days is basically just Destiny and other games like that.
Destiny box.
If it doesn't have purples in it, you don't care.
Yeah, exactly. If there's no purples and oranges, I don't care. So I decided to get it on my Switch instead, and for some reason, I don't know, like I just realized I recognize that there's like a little bit more slowdown in the Switch version for some reason. I know those games are like kind of like notorious for their slowdown with their CG graphics and their battle intros and stuff, but it's a little bit more noticeable in the Switch. But yeah, I just got to the forest. I think where I last left off on the PC version I have was like the ice wall or something. Like I came out of the forest. Yeah, there's like an ice cavern.
Yeah.
So I'm working my way
back.
So
the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, like I didn't get very far. But I'm mostly been playing that stuff. This past weekend I watched a lot of wrestling. This is Justin's cue to leave for 10 minutes while we talk about wrestling. Yeah.
Oh, cool! Thanks. Yeah. All right. I'll be here. I'm just not kidding.
I'm just saying you can take a break. So yeah, me and Ben were supposed to do a podcast, but he got sick, and I didn't want to like force him to do a podcast while he's sick. But he's still here while he's sick. So
you didn't want to hear me go. And Kofi Kingston won the. You didn't want to hear me, dude. Even though I sound worse now than what I do.
Exactly. But yeah, just like a few quick takeaways. The Hall of Fame. I watched the Hall of Fame. It was actually much better this year. I quite enjoyed it. I like having Bret Hart up there, listening to him talk about him and his friend. And it's kind of a shame that some asshole ran into the ring and tackled Bret while he was doing his speech. Like, who has the idea of like tackling a cancer and stroke survivor? Like a senior too. It's ridiculous. Ben?
Probably Shawn Michaels fan.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels fan. Another key takeaway was during the G1 Supercard. I really enjoyed Okada and Jay White. They had a great match. One of the best of the weekend. Definitely go watch that. But also there was a work shoot incident where Enzo and Big Cass like jumped the barricade and started punching some of the wrestlers there. And it was a work, but it looked like a shoot. Ugh. And it just kind of like proves that ROH doesn't really know what they're doing, while New Japan is like vastly superior to them. And it seems like everyone's just like, yeah, I don't know about ROH, but New Japan, that's some good shit. But yeah, Ben, go ahead to talk about what you want to talk about.
It was a fun. I mean, I didn't watch all that stuff, but like NXT Takeover was probably the best live wrestling show of all time, from start to finish. Its quality, like it's hard to say otherwise. So many amazing matches, except for that one finish. You know what I'm talking about. And WrestleMania, while it was predictable in many aspects and formulaic, fuck, I haven't dude, I was like cheering so fucking hard for Kofi. Like I was like Kofi, you know, like doing the New Day stuff. And like I started fucking crying when he got the pin. You know, happy Brock's bitch ass is gone. You know, and he went out quick because he's a bitch. Brock's a bitch. I'm sorry. I don't care if he can murder me with his hands. I'm calling him a bitch. You know, it was a fine card. You know, it wasn't the greatest WrestleMania, but they made people happy. And like WrestleMania should always be a show where the fans go home happy. And I was super cynical, thinking, okay, Seth can lose. You know, but Becky and Kofi have to win. Okay, I'm fine with Kofi losing, but Seth and Becky have to win. But they all won, and I got to cry because Becky Lynch is the double champ, and it's great. Even though Ronda botched the end of that right at the end of the match.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, so I think they ran out of time. I think it was a combination of a botch and then like they ran out of time.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame because like they got to headline WrestleMania, the women, but also like everyone there was super tired, including myself.
Yeah, it proves that fucking WrestleMania shouldn't be 7 hours long.
It actually went into Monday morning. That's how long it was.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Wrestling shows should not be that long.
Yeah.
But yeah, great. It was like I'm just glad I stayed up for it. You know, like I didn't fall asleep.
Probably the best WrestleMania in the last like 5 years.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely since 30, because 30 was the last great one. Yeah. When DB won the title. But yeah.
Yeah, I nearly cried when Kofi won. Cause, like,
yeah, no, I legit started crying. He finally did. Like, that's like, you want to talk about something that, like, is the magic of professional wrestling and, like, why we watch this scripted content Monday, or some people Monday, Tuesday, or at least some people like me once a month. It's moments like that. Because you love a guy, and they're built as the underdog, and they finally overcome the challenge.
And you watched their journey for years. Like,
yeah.
Years and years.
Yeah,
this was like a 10-year like thing for him.
Yeah, it's like it's similar to when Eddie Guerrero won the title in 2004 against Brock.
That's like, what I've heard is like some people are comparing it to that. Like,
yeah.
That's how significant that moment was.
It is, man. It is. Like
it represents people of color and like women, like minorities. It's like such a feel-good moment.
Yeah. Also, I swear to God, Vince, I will murder you if you fucking turn Biggie heel and ruin the New Day. Do not take their friendship away from me. This world is so horrible, and I need 3 men who just love each other and will support each other. I don't need no more heel turns. I kept waiting for Big E because when Big E brought out that present, I was fully expecting, oh my God, it's going to be something that's going to cost Kofi to lose the title, isn't it? But they didn't do it. They made people happy.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot where, like, people will run in and, like, you know, lift people. Like, they lifted Kofi up on their shoulders and his kids came in. You don't see that a whole lot, so.
Yeah, the last time we saw anything like that was He Who Should Not Be Named and Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 20, where, like, you were literally overjoyed because this guy has been doing it for so long, and he finally won the title on the biggest stage of them all.
Yeah.
You know, it's awesome. So we love wrestling.
Yeah, that's some good shit. Another one thing I want to talk about with the Hall of Fame stuff was that when that guy ran in to try and tackle Brett, with a lot of other wrestlers came in and started beating on that guy's ass, which I'm pretty... It was like old school, man. Like, you don't jump the barricade because then everyone will beat your ass.
Out there, like, not limping. Because those, like, here's the thing. Like, you know, like, it's scripted, right? But those guys are still, like, fit, and they know how to punch properly, and they have a lot of power. Like, there's that image of Scott Dawson, I think?
Yeah.
Or punching him, the guy just falls to his knees. I'm like, you're lucky that's all you got for attacking Bret Hart.
Also, I think, like, Davey Boy Smith Jr. is in there, too.
I didn't see who was in there. I know Ronda's husband, like, jumped in right away to start wailing on him.
He's a MMA guy. Or he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whoever you are, asshole, I hope you get banned for life. I hope you get banned at MetLife for life and whatever that arena, the Barclays, and they're in the Barclays. I hope you get banned anywhere because you are not a fan of wrestling. You're not a fan at all.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a really good weekend for wrestling.
Yes, it was.
All right, Justin, you can come back now. If he's still here.
I'm here.
All right. So let's move on into the news. What the fuck was that?
The Theraflu's kicking in, boys.
This is a hobo newsy news tune.
So yeah, news. Division 2 Easter egg made tease of Vikings Assassin's Creed.
That actually sounds badass.
I like how Ubisoft puts their games in their other games. I think that's really cool.
It's a shared universe.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I want them to do the ultimate Ubisoft game. Just call it Ubisoft, the game. It's an open world sandbox game with everything in it. Just do it already.
So
You didn't read this, did you?
no, I haven't read any of these. Like I said last week, that one news story was the only news story I've read in the last, who knows. Posters found Division 2 hint that next Assassin's Creed game may revolve around Vikings. Per Kotaku, the posters can be found in the game's Potomac Event Center, and they feature what appears to be a Norse god or Viking with the word Valhalla written above, holding a staff in an odd orb. Upon closer inspection, the orb is actually an apple of Eden, important items within the Assassin's Creed universe.
We solved that shit already in 3
history. Yeah, they've done this before where they've updated their games and put art assets and stuff in there, hinting to things. So yeah, first, we already know Ubisoft won't release a new Assassin's Creed game in 2019. Second, Ubisoft is known for putting Easter eggs in upcoming games, like how they did with Watch Dogs 2, include a teaser for Pioneer, a space game from Ubisoft that has reportedly had its development rebooted. So yeah, what do you guys think about Assassin's Creed in the Viking times?
I mean, it'll probably have the naval combat from 3, if anything.
They've continued the naval combat in every single one.
I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since 2011, man, because that game burned the fuck out of me. So,
Odyssey's really good. It's on, or not Odyssey, the other one, Origins, yeah, and it's on sale for $12.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all fine. It's just you get burned by a game franchise that bad, you kind of never want to touch them again. But this sounds cool. I probably won't play it because my PC probably can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, I just don't know about the parkour stuff because
parkour from ship to ship. There you go.
I'm just saying Vikings didn't really have a lot of elevated buildings.
It'll probably be Assassin's Creed 3 where they'll have colonial places that you can go to, and then you'll probably just do that. I don't know, it seems weird. Vikings, hammers, maybe you get to fight Thor, who knows?
I want to go to Newfoundland.
Newfoundland?
Yeah. That's where the Vikings found Newfoundland.
Yeah.
And they called it Newfoundland.
Mm-hmm.
They did a bunch of Egyptian god DLC type stuff, really out there things in Origins, and I think it'd be really cool to do that with Norse gods, an alternative to the God of War stuff.
Isn't there Greek god shit in Odyssey?
It is the Greeks. I haven't played Odyssey yet. I haven't.
Okay, Origins came first and then Odyssey, right?
Yes.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
Origins is Egypt, Odyssey is Greece.
Yeah, I do want to play Odyssey, but it's not coming to Switch, so I won't play it.
Apparently you can fuck a lot of the characters in that game, and it doesn't matter what your sex is.
Yeah, that makes me want to play.
So there you go. I knew that would win you.
Yeah, but the PC will melt if I hover over the icon because of how many assets are in that game.
This next news story will make Justin happy. Borderlands 3 won't have co-op players fighting over loot.
That's good.
Because I run in and steal all the loot.
We'll have to fight you over all those purples.
Yeah, I yell at you. I yell at you for taking my purples. That literally happened an hour ago.
Yeah. You died, and I was just oh, what's this weapon? And you your body was whisking away, and you're don't take my purple.
No, what I said was, God damn it, Justin.
Yeah. What are purples?
This is the purple tier weapon,
Of course.
Yeah, so there won't be shared loot, kind of like all the new loot shooters. They don't have shared loot. Was there anything else to this news story, or was that it?
No, not really. But I just wanted to say that no game should have shared loot.
Yes.
Like, it is neat that like it has the option to toggle between. So like if you want the shared loot, then you can switch back.
Yeah,
to
if
the
you can
Borderlands
share and
settings.
stuff like that, is like that's cool.
But no game should require shared loot. I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
It does say a few other things. There's going to be some new variety to the gun manufacturers. So Atlas will have guns that fire tracker tags and smart bullets. Dahl will feature alternate fire modes, and Maliwan will have firearms that can toggle between 2 elements and deal guaranteed elemental damage, which
Nice.
is pretty rad.
Yeah. That might actually be the OP way to go.
Yeah, for sure. I love elementals, and I hate having to switch. Because we mentioned before that like the inventory system in that game kind of sucks. So if they improve that and add the option to toggle between elements, like it'll make that much more viable.
And the way elements work is that it procs another damage marker. So, like, you'll be dealing significantly more damage.
Oh, it calculates the elemental damage separately from regular damage?
The way it works in 1, at least, it does. They might change that for 3. I don't know how 2 handled it. Keeping up on the Borderlands train, though, Valve anti-review bomb measures strip 4,000 negative reviews from Borderlands 1 and 2. That's a lot of reviews, guys.
They thought it would work.
It's not gonna. Well, we went over this last week. It's not gonna work because they're gonna fucking be bitches and buy the game anyways on Epic anyways.
Right.
Fucking hypocritical assholes. Fuck gamers.
Valve's efforts to mitigate the impact of Steam review bombs are working thanks to a new system that prevents off-topic reviews affecting a game's review score.
Which, I mean, we already knew that. Like, that's already something that has been in effect. But they were just saying, well, it worked for Skyrim mods, so we know this is a way to get to them. But clearly it's not. Like, the Skyrim situation was totally different. And what I think was what made them implement this new review system. So you have to change tactics with the times. And the best situation... Like Ben said, just buy the game on Epic. We've talked about that like 3 weeks ago. Sorry, don't buy the game on Epic.
Yeah, exactly. Stick to your fucking guns and wait 6 months for the Steam release. But you know what? You're too much of a weak little cowardly bitch who has no self-restraint. So you're gonna buy the game on Epic. Plus, you're probably gonna buy the premium edition with all the DLC preloaded. So fuck you.
Speaking of games to not buy, Scalebound could return as a Switch exclusive.
Why are you hating on a game that was barely, like, not even finished, technically?
It's just a meme at this point.
Isn't it? They look fine to me.
At least for me, anyways. So I can't read this news story because I have ad block on, and it won't let me read.
I found it on mobile where it didn't bother me. But
that bad? Hold on, I'm going on there real quick to see.
I was able to make the thing go away, and I was just telling you to turn my ad blocker off in the corner. So I'm just going to read this part real quick that I can read. Let's see. The latest gossip comes via Nintendo Insider. Why aren't we there? Which claims that Scalebound is coming back. I have confidence in my sources to report that it is my understanding, that's a stupid sentence, that Scalebound has been resurrected as a project to be released as a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Wow, learn to speak English. Interestingly, earlier this month, Game Informer hinted on Kinda Funny Games about a game that's thought to be dead that Nintendo's reviving. Apparently, Scalebound is said title. That sounds like correlation, not causation. The snarky stuff is my additions, by the way, not the article.
Of course.
That would come as... Well, this might be like a Kotaku article. They're snarky. That would come as quite the happy news, as when it was announced that Scalebound was going the way of the giant scaly things. What?
Wow.
Back in 2017, the fan base was incredibly distraught. And that's all I got. That's all I can read.
How's there a fan base for a game that wasn't released?
Well,
it's cool.
It's a platinum game. Platinum games always have a fan base.
Yeah, for sure. And like Platinum and Nintendo have a really good relationship now, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if they
Astral Chain, baby.
Yeah.
I hope it comes back because this whole Scalebound thing just always seemed really cool, and I want more like cool, stylish. Now that Bayonetta is been wildly successful on both Wii U and Switch, I hope it's just like Platinum just says fuck it, all our games exclusive to Switch. Fuck you, other assholes.
I'd be okay.
It
with
runs
that.
better because when they first reviewed or developed
It probably needed more time in the oven.
It didn't run very
well. Yeah, I mean it's gonna release and it's gonna be called Scaled Down instead, but it's fine. Like
as long as it runs at 60 FPS, I'm perfectly fine.
As long as it's a mechanically strong game, who cares if it looks bad?
Yeah.
Ben cares. He likes the graphics.
No.
Ben plays everything on Switch. He clearly doesn't care.
How many times has he yelled about how graphics mean the world to him, though?
No.
Or low settings on PC.
Aesthetics mean everything to me. Are you making fun of me?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting delirious.
I'm defending you. I'm saying that you don't care about graphics. You play everything on ass quality, either on the Switch or the PC.
Yeah, it's all about. I've always said it's always been about the aesthetic versus the realistic look. I don't care if I can see the pubes on Kratos' dick. I want to see the world around Kratos' dick. That's a quote. That's a fucking quote.
All right, let's move on from that. There's a news article here about Randy Pitchford responding to Borderlands review bombers.
Oh, fuck him.
But I don't know. Justin?
Oh, I don't care about the person. I just care about the statement because it reinforces everything we've been saying. And he basically just says, ironically, that this misuse is possible and that Steam has no interest in correcting this misuse makes me kind of happy about 2K's decision and makes me want to reconsider Gearbox Publishing's current posture on the system, on the platform. Basically saying that like the fact that people use Steam like this makes them glad that they are doubling down on the Epic Store and that maybe they won't use Steam in the future. So they're just hurting themselves. Because he has no say in this decision. He's just backing it up because people.
Yeah, he's just talking shit because that's what he does.
Oh, he'll go to jail for child pornography anyways.
Okay.
Going from one millionaire to another, anonymous millionaire wants to set up a real-life battle royale on a private.
Oh, what a
island.
shock! Rich people want to kill poor people.
Well,
this
it's
is my
not.
favorite story this week. This is the only one I care about.
Yeah, this is the only real news story.
Yeah.
It's not really killing people. It's like you said.
That's where it starts. It really becomes about killing people.
It's like paint guns, right?
It's airsoft guns and touch-sensitive body armor. So, like, when the airsoft pellets like hit certain parts of the body,
it's like large-scale laser tag.
Yeah, basically, but without the laser guns.
And
it's airsoft instead.
Yeah,
and probably a lot of flossing and all that dancing shit that they.
Yeah,
do.
when you kill someone, you have to floss, and then you get like a new gun.
Eliminated.
Yeah. Then you take their backpack. And you just carry around 15 backpacks because nothing is the same in real life as in a game, people. It's going to look stupid. But it is kind of cool, though, because it's a 3-day competition that they're planning with 12 hours of competition each day. And then at nighttime, they'll make camp and have camping gear and food provided for everyone that participates.
You know, part of me hopes this turns into a Fry Festival situation where it just goes all fucking to hell.
Oh, for sure, it could. Because right now they're trying to find a project manager that can see, this to fruition.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a Fry Festival 3.
They should hire the guy who made Fire Festival because he clearly knows how to make a battle royale situation.
Nice.
Oh, people have no drinking water for 3 days.
Yeah, if you have ideas for this and want to make some pretty good money pretty quickly, you can go to this guy's website, which I don't know. I have no idea where it is or anything. But who cares? You'll find it. And it pays 45,000 euros for 6 weeks of work.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So,
okay, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna quit the podcast. I'm playing a battle royale festival. It's gonna be awesome. And you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna do this. Guys, I gotta book a flight to Europe.
You better get the job first.
Oh, I mean, I could always go see Europe and then get the job.
True. Yeah, this sounds really cool. And like, if I wasn't like super out of shape and awful at everything, I would totally want to do this. And I can understand why this would be a big deal to people that, you know, would like ex-military and things like that enjoy these battle royale games. But it's ridiculous that this is a thing that exists. Like, it makes me think of like the Most Dangerous Game, where like the rich guy like lives all by himself and like invites someone over and is like, oh yeah, we're gonna play a game, and like sends him out into his field and tries to kill him. Yeah. But you know, fake, obviously.
Hopefully this gets streamed somewhere, like Twitch or something, maybe.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Hunger
Games style?
Yeah. We can see Fry Festival 2.0 live.
The Hunger Games is going to be real, guys.
I secretly want this to become another Fry Festival to see how bad can they fuck this up. That's what I want to see.
Moving on, we got Dragon Age 4 is reportedly influenced by a canceled Dragon Age project.
There's not much to the story that you didn't read. It basically is just going into some details from that Jason Schreier article.
Oh, we talked about that last.
Yeah, I know, but like there's a little bit more that's come out about it. Because there was another like thing that Kotaku put out more in depth on Dragon Age itself. It was explaining that old game was very much designed as a single player experience. And was actually like in really good shape. Like everyone working on it was super positive about it and didn't have any of the trouble development that a lot of the other games have and things like that. But the team all got pulled away to work on Andromeda. So the one game that was going well just got shelved. And so when it was time to jump back into a Dragon Age game, instead of basing it on that thing that they had working well, they're using the Anthem engine and building it from the ground up to be a multiplayer-focused games as service.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So, Dragon Age 4 is not going to be what we want it to be, basically. But it was going to be that. And now it's not, because BioWare sucks.
Huh. I don't know. I don't even know what a Dragon Age game as service would even be.
Right? The idea they mentioned is like your companions that go with you, like in other Dragon Age games, would be actual people, and that you can play it on your own, but it's more fun with other people. But like, do you get sexy with your multiplayer co-op people, or like, are they removing that? Like, people love Dragon Age for its sexy time.
Yeah.
With the companions and things like that. So what are you really building if it's not that? Like, you can't make all the other people in the game people, or else you're ruining what makes BioWare.
Yeah. Oh, man, I don't know. Next news story, we have Gearbox CEO claims Troy Baker was asked to return for Borderlands 3. Apparently he's not coming back.
Yeah, so there was an original story that said that Troy Baker announced, like, at a convention appearance or something, that sadly he is not in Borderlands 3, even though Reese, his character from Tales of the Borderlands, was in the trailer. And he made it sound like it wasn't his choice and blah, 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 like, let's see. Yeah, I really want Gearbox to know if they are going to bring back characters from Telltale's Borderlands, they should be the people who originated the characters. They shouldn't just recast willy-nilly, because as a fan, that matters to me. Implying that he's probably not the only one that was recast, which I would assume Tiny Tina, but... and so now Randy Pitchford, which again, maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about, has come out and said that he was told by the audio director that Troy Baker turned the role down. But then alluded that fortunately with how Reese appears in the game, it probably doesn't matter at all. You'll have to see for yourself when the game comes out if you agree on that or not. So I don't know who Reese is. I never played that game, but I would assume maybe this version of him is not the same as what was in that game, so who cares about the voice actor? But the point is, like, it sounds like there's some weird voice actor stuff still going on, like post-strike. Maybe some bad blood between some of the studios and the actors.
Or he doesn't want to work with a fucking toxic as fuck studio, maybe? Maybe?
But why does he sound upset then that he wasn't in the game if he was asked to be and all that?
PR? I don't fucking know. It's all about
It's just weird.
It's mind games.
Yeah. It's bad. I don't like it.
Oh, well, he'll be in a billion other things. So if you want to get your Troy Baker on, you'll get your Troy Baker on somewhere.
I mean, Troy Baker's good. Like, cool, whatever. I don't, like, need him in my stuff. Like I said, I don't even know who that character is. But I also agree that it's important to fans for characters to stay the same. Like, you can always tell when a voice has changed. Yeah. And it's really annoying.
David Hayter.
It didn't work for Life is Strange, that's for sure.
No.
Troy Baker isn't in Mortal Kombat 11, is he?
I don't know.
I think he was in Mortal Kombat. No, he was in Mortal Kombat X. He was Shinnok. So Shinnok is technically in Mortal Kombat 11. So technically,
oh, he was Shinnok.
Yeah, he was Shinnok. I think he was Shinnok.
That was a segue for you guys to talk about the Mortal Kombat 11 news.
Oh yeah, they finally put it on Switch. Not physically, not really, but yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 is officially on the Switch eShop, which gives me more confidence. It's not going to be delayed. Like, I kind of still feel like it might. But for those of you who may know, just be wary. If you are still holding on to those 32 gigabyte SD cards, which I don't know if anybody who bought a Switch is now. Mortal Kombat 11 will be at launch. We'll be getting a 15 gigabyte patch.
Damn.
Which means it confirms that 22 gigabytes of the total size of the game, so yeah, 22 gigabytes total, and 15 of those are going to be from the day one patch. Also, officially now, because one of the bigger questions with Mortal Kombat 11 is the Ultimate Edition going to come to MK11? Is Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch even going to get the DLC? Relax, you can buy the Ultimate Edition for $100. That will have, let's see, it says it right here. We'll have 6 DLC fighters, 7 skins, 7 sets of gear, which it says including Shao Kahn, that will be a total of 13 DLC fighters, which the first one of those has been confirmed to be Shang Tsung already, which I talked about. So that's cool. I just hope this means, because it doesn't say you can pre-purchase the game yet, but they probably might still be working on it, because I don't think you can do it on any console yet. But hopefully this means the fact that it's live on the eShop, that you can it's going to come out the same day as every other console.
So I looked it up, but this is totally unrelated to what you're saying, but I'm sure it was all good stuff. I looked
darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
2 fun facts, one more fun than others, and one more relevant than others. Troy Baker is Shinnok, but he's also apparently Aaron Black, because he's in Mortal Kombat 11 regardless.
Yeah, he's Jobber Man.
Yeah, and he's Fujin. I don't remember Fujin being in Mortal Kombat X.
He's not a playable character, but he's in one of the cutscenes in the very beginning of the game. He fights alongside Raiden. You wouldn't be able to tell it's Fujin unless you know it's Fujin.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Anyway.
He better be DLC, Ed Boon. I swear to fucking God.
He's not even that good.
He's one of the cooler characters in MK4, because most of MK4 is trash.
Fair enough.
Who's playing Baraka?
I don't know yet. I'm on 10. Because I saw that he was Aaron Black in 11, and so I had to go back to 10 to see, if he was also Aaron Black in that. Because on IMDb it just shows his name as Shinnok. But anyway, also fun fact, the voice of Jackie Briggs is Danielle Nicolette, who's the Joe's wife on The Flash.
Huh.
I didn't realize that.
That's cool.
Yeah. So she's just hanging out in the DC world, I guess. Let's see. That seems like a spoiler. Steve Blum is Baraka.
Of course he is.
And Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that I knew because you could tell because it's fucking Steve Plum's voice.
Yeah.
But with Baraka, it's more just like unintelligible noises from a piece
I'm
of
just
shit
saying,
jobber
he's
character.
like, he's two of the best characters in the game, so...
He's one of the best characters.
Steve Blum's
Baraka's a piece of shit jobber who is sole purpose to get his ass beat. Who is, look at me, I have claws on my hands. Harper dipper, I'm gonna slide. Harper, oh, I died. I lost. I'm glad the Bork.
This is what I was looking for.
Killed his ass in MKX. But no, thank you, Ed Boon. We have to have a fucking time travel plot that brings back this old ass character from MK2. You reveal Baraka first before Princess Kitana? Fuck you, Ed Boon. Give me an early copy of the game, please.
Well, not now. It was on its way, but now it's canceled. The whole game. You got the whole game canceled.
Watch. I pre-ordered through Amazon. It comes in. I'm opening it. Ed Boon shows up with like his limousine of posses. He's like, I'll take that. That's what you get for besmirching
Like
Baraka.
you see him coming towards your door, and you open up the game, and it's just a middle finger
from Ed Boon. No, his eyebrows will start attacking me. That's what will happen.
Ed Boon voices Scorpion, by the way.
Yes, he does. That has always been true.
No, you open up the box, and it's just Baraka in the box.
Oh my god. No, I get a special version that all the characters are all Baraka.
Yes. Whoops, all Baraka.
Oh.
Oh, that's good shit.
I'd play that.
Oh my god, of course you would. I like generic jobber villains.
Whatever. Still better than Stryker.
I don't like Stryker.
Yeah, but your friend does.
Yeah, I'm not my friend.
So that's by association.
He may be my lover, but we're not. I don't share the same tastes.
Debatable.
Shit, I fucking like cool ninjas. The ninjas are what made MK cool.
All right.
Well, all right.
Anyway,
moving on. We got Super Smash
Baraka.
Brothers Ultimate commercial implies stage builder mode is on the way.
Snooze fest.
Yeah, and this can't be photoshopped because it's an actual commercial that's like out there. I think they just goofed. Or they thought it would be blurred enough that people wouldn't notice. But there's a friggin' symbol of the stage builder on there. Even if you can't read the text, that's very obviously a stage builder. That's all I'm saying.
I'm surprised they aren't bringing like Smash the Targets yet or Home Run yet.
It would be like it was in Brawl, where it's just like a map. It wouldn't be like individual ones for every character.
Yeah, it'd be too much.
So I don't really care. Like, unless you can customize it, I don't care. Because we already got that stupid like race to the finish thing that I thought was really cool the first few times, and I'm like, oh, it's the same for every character.
Yeah.
But I like the stage builder. And especially if they can make it like a little bit more updated. Because it was really good in Brawl, and then they kind of ruined it in Smash 4.
I created one stage, and that was it.
And to be fair, the main reason I used it like more than that is to make stages that weren't in the game. And now pretty much every stage I care about is in the game. So
true.
But some people do a really good job. And if they could like have them available to download, like, and you can, share your stages around and stuff, they could be pretty popular.
Yeah, but you won't be able to play them online, so there's room that they won't make it online. They didn't make the last one online, so why would they do this one?
That's true. They could have like a vetting process, like, Little Big Planet type thing.
I guess it just seems like a waste. Maybe for your homeboys it's cool, like, the challenge stuff, but I don't know. If it does come in, cool for people who want it, but it's just a feature I won't touch.
Yeah, that's fair. But this is one of the main reasons I think that there's a Direct coming on the 25th, because this is definitely going to be included with the Joker stuff.
Stage builder.
So I think they're just going to announce, like, Ultimate 3.0 is here now. And then, like, they'll have a proper Joker trailer, maybe spend, like, 5 to 10 minutes, like, going over his moves and stuff. And then they'll announce that the update and the fighter are available after the presentation. And that would be, by the end of April. Like, that's about as late as you can get with still having a Direct to introduce it. Because that's the last Thursday of the month.
The only stage builder game I'm looking forward to is Mario Maker 2.
Yeah. I look forward to getting upset at people's bullshit levels.
Yeah, give me that.
Switching gears into Sony, they finally launched their PSN name change service.
Or you can actually lose the games you buy digitally somehow.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Yeah, just still stay Pussy Slayer XX 2008. Just stay that.
It's
Or
fine.
you make another
I
one.
understand. You were young. You were an edgelord. It's okay.
But if you make another one, you still lose everything.
Yeah, but then you have two accounts. And one that you can use for online play, and the other one that you can just sign into stuff. I know it's not a good solution. I'm not saying it is.
Don't
bad.
change your name. Just own
See,
that.
the
you're
thing is, though,
Not
like
2013.
What? You got any more?
Yeah. Own the fact that you are Chun-Li is my waifu XX triple 2018. There you go.
These are all kind of a template, like a sentence and then XX and then a year.
Listen, man, I'm on fucking drugs right now. Okay, work with me here. Work with me here.
All right. Anyway, the thing that's being understated by a lot of this stuff is like, people complaining about it is that you can go back to your old ID at any time. It doesn't it's not like changing your ID means that your old one can be used by someone else. It holds on to that in case you ever want to go back. So if you change your ID, realize that a bunch of your games don't work, you just revert and no harm, no foul. You're never going to change again anyway. It's not that big a deal.
It's still bullshit that it even happens.
It's a big deal. I'm not changing my name.
But you should be able see what happens and then change it back.
But you shouldn't even have to worry about that. That's the thing. Like, how did they not test this? Oh, wait, it's Aragonstone. They don't have to do shit anymore because they're technically, quote unquote, winning in the sales department. So
they're hashtag winning.
Yeah. Fuck arrogant Sony.
Sony has tiger blood in them. Bringing back those old memes.
Yeah, very old.
Speaking of old, Octopath Traveler, it's no longer going to be a Switch exclusive.
Last year.
It's old.
Okay.
It's coming to PC. Unfortunately, it's not an Epic Store exclusive.
It should be, though. Just to make all the weebs mad.
It should be a Square Enix Store exclusive.
Yes, that would have been much more.
Oh my god, that would be awful. It's coming June 7th, so...
That's... unlike some gatekeeping Nintendo Switch assholes out there, I like that it's going to come to PC and more people can play who may not want to own a Switch. That's awesome.
There's more chances for it to be on sale. So
yeah, exactly.
I can buy it.
Yep.
And it raises the chance of getting sequels. Because
we already know. Yeah, we already know it's getting a sequel. It's already getting a mobile game. So it sold 1 million units on Switch. The last time I checked, that was months ago.
Right, but I'm just saying it never hurts for things to be available in more places.
Yeah.
The only time they shouldn't be is if you need the hardware for the game to work. That's why a lot of Nintendo games are exclusive.
Yeah, and you don't need the hard. This is not something that exclusively can run on the Switch.
No. So, yeah, this is good. I'm still probably not going to get it, although to its credit, like when things go to PC, they tend to go on sale a lot quicker than if they stay on Switch. So I would probably get it if it dropped to like under $30. But I don't care about it enough to pay for it full price.
Yeah, that's the only thing that was stopping me. I didn't want to pay like $90 for it. So.
Yeah. So we'll see. And this does feel like a game I would probably play more on PC, honestly. Like it can be hard to get into RPGs when you're on the go, like mostly with the Switch, because like you might jump in, play for a little bit, and then put it down. It's like, oh crap, where was I? With RPGs on PC, I will like play them for all night, and then the next night get home and play it again if I'm really into it.
I guess I'm different because I had no issues with stopping, and maybe because Octopath has a good objective marker on where you need to go.
Mm. You also take public transportation, so you have your Switch with you a lot more.
True.
Yeah,
I don't really play my Switch much at home.
Yeah.
I got a second dock, so I could have, I could jump between the living room and in here more easily, like for recording and stuff. But I haven't moved it from the living room yet since I did that.
Yeah. I'm just a common man.
I've just been playing on PC lately because I'm lazy.
Working hard with my hands.
No.
Are you a man's man?
I was waiting for you to back me up and you let me down. It hurts.
Yeah. That's the next verse of this country song.
Oh no, I thought that was West Virginia. That was Virginia song, which I don't. I firmly believe
That's still a country song.
Is it?
It's totally a country song.
Okay? Real talk. Is West Virginia a real place? Because I don't believe it is.
Virginia's a place.
Virginia's a place, but I don't think West Virginia's real.
But West Virginia would have to be
west of Virginia.
Yeah, there's like western part of Virginia, but I don't believe West Virginia's a state. That's bullshit.
It is.
No, it's a myth.
There's 50 of them. Look them up.
No, it's a myth.
Not 50 West Virginias. There are 50 states, and one of them is West Virginia.
I don't believe you. I think it's a myth.
Okay.
Why would you live in a place called West Virginia? Why?
Why would you live in a place called North Carolina?
Why would you live in a place called Texas?
I mean, that is actually a good question.
Latino women. That's why. Boom.
All right. You win. You win this argument. But no, like that always bothers me. There's a North Carolina, South Carolina, no Carolina. So like, why distinguish them between North and South if there's no like just Carolina?
Because Americans are fucking stupid.
Weren't they Carolina and then like the South?
I don't know.
That's not the thing. They were separated
because it's not East Virginia and West Virginia.
Even before the Civil War.
Yeah, before they were North and South Carolina before the Civil War happened. Because South Carolina,
and South Dakota, same way.
Yeah, that should just be one Dakota at this fucking point. Because like maybe like 10 people live in those two fucking states combined.
Yeah, it's true.
America's interesting.
And they're probably all racist.
No, they're near Minnesota. They're probably nice people.
Since we actually have someone in their chat, I'm gonna ask them if they have a question for us. If
I hope you're not from one of the Dakotas
or Virginias.
No, they can't.
Or Carolinas.
Because, like, nobody in the Dakotas has an internet connection. Where would you get it from? Middle of nowhere.
Satellites.
Probably, I guess. Middle of nowhere. You look at those maps that show you phone coverage. There's like nothing over to Dakotas because there's nothing.
No, they have unlimited data with U.S. Cellular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Since they haven't responded, Justin, where can people find you?
You can find me if you look up Zero Score on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch or Instagram. I don't know. Social media is a construct. I don't care.
Ben?
You can find me at twitter.com/marveloushiggy as I slowly die.
Marvelous Higgy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I haven't uploaded the final 3 parts to Shovel Knight. Like, because I didn't get to record the audio for them before I left. And when I got back, I just wanted to sleep. And then when I wanted to record before I go back to work, I got sick briefly. And then I was going to record on Monday night. And I got sick again. And you don't want to hear me go, hey, and here's the Castle of Illusion. You don't want to hear that. You heard it for an hour and a half now, but thank you for that. So yeah, Shovel Knight will come when it's ready. It's my hobby. And then Mega Man X4 will be whenever the fuck I feel like it. There you go.
Right. And when's puberty?
When's puberty? I don't know. Maybe when the world ends, my balls will finally drop, and I'll say, flat Earth is real.
Oh. Wait, your views change?
Yeah, isn't that what happens? You get puberty, like you see a white supremacist.
Oh, like Texas puberty. Yeah, probably.
I become an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mike actually wrote in the chat. He asked. He said, "Feel better soon, Iggy." And what's one game series you would bring back? So like, what's something that hasn't had a release in forever?
I have one that's and I was thinking about it earlier because I was listening to the soundtrack on Spotify. Nights into Dreams.
Oh, of course you would.
Would so bring that back. Love that game so much. The music has such beautiful music and such amazing levels. Oh my god, it's better 3D game than Mario 64 was. Eat me.
I was gonna say that my answer is a cop out because I was gonna go with Harvest Moon, but like when Harvest Moon was good. Technically, they're still making them, but I can't do that because it's not like it's not brought back. It's just bad now. So I'm actually going to go with Golden Sun.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
I would like to. I would kill for just an HD remake of the first 2 on one game.
Ooh, like with the Octopath Traveler style.
Maybe not. Actually, no. Yeah,
it would work really well.
Yeah. I would kill for that. But they got to keep making Mario Tennis games, so we're never gonna get one.
They were making those back then too, though.
I know.
Camelot's been making Mario Tennis since it started.
But nobody bought the third one.
And Mario Golf.
Nobody bought the third one.
Dark Dawn was a little weird.
Dark Dawn's bad. That's why nobody bought it.
Yeah, they need to just go back to their roots. Like,
just
rebuild it a little bit.
Start over again. Retell the story with like in-game with like voice dialogue and okay, maybe it's too much asking, but like an orchestral score.
The reason the first two worked is because it was like a really cool, like kind of combined take.
Yeah.
Where like you're seeing the whole story from one side, and then the second game is like, oh wait, I'm the villains now. Wait, they're not villains? Like,
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, you just that's the greatest part of that second game. That's why it's one of my favorite RPGs, because that fucking twist, like, oh my god, it's about climate change.
Exactly. Well, and then like the third one, it's just like, oh, here's the kids of the last people. Go have fun.
Redoing
like that's it.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Thomas?
I would say Mech Assault. I know they make Mech Warrior games, but it's not the same thing as Mech Assault.
Yeah.
And that's probably where like I actually got like the hooks of games as service, because that game was like ever evolving. Like there was a huge global conflict that you could participate in, and like win over certain areas and like conquer the map, and you had to join a different faction. So it's kind of like a planet side thing where you join a faction and you take over the map. So I think that's where that all started, was Mech Assault. So I could see a Mech Assault 3 or something like that be as a game as service, and also be like super cool multiplayer.
Sega, I will fucking pay $60 for Sega Saturn Nights into Dreams. I'll pay full price for that shit if it means getting a third Nights game. Please.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike, for the question. It was a really good question.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and go play Nights into Dreams if you haven't already, because it's amazing.
It's not really, but
it is.
That's a different discussion.
It's okay.
Or at least go listen to the soundtrack. Go do that at least.
Just play the Knights level in Sonic Transformed.
No.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's
fine.
fine.
Like the plane, and you're going through.
Yeah, but the music.
It has the music in it.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
All right, you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter, CSG Thomas on Twitter. You can also find us all here at chartshot.com. You can join the live stream, ask us a question, or you can email me a question, thomas@chartshot.com. And thanks, Mike, for coming out. And until then, guys, enjoy your games. Good night.
Bye.
I'm dying.
Where is my...
Okay, and